This is the 2015 Audi S7. I think this is the first 15 S7 we get in our inventory. This car is phenomenal, beautiful looking car. It is a phantom black exterior with a black leather interior. Beautiful LED lights, 20-inch wheel package, 6-piston rotors or 6-piston calipers with the S7 emblem. Right there, you can see the V8T emblem on the side of the car. Just tells you that the car is a V8. T is the direct injection technology. Beautiful, beautiful back of this car. This is just phenomenal. Quad exhaust. I mean, the car looks super nice. Really sporty. Really isn't anything out there in this class, in this quality, with the capability of what Audi has to offer. Let me show you really quick basic information on the car. See if my camera gets a good shot of it. No, it doesn't want to focus. Well, 420 horsepower, 406 pound-feet of torque. This thing's awesome. Audi says this car does 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds, and it's been proven. We've actually had some customers that own the S6 versions and the S7 versions confirm that. They're extremely happy with these cars. Look at that beautiful looking interior, diamond stitch seating with the contrast white stitches. Beautiful carbon fiber interior. Look at that. Check out the back. So you can see here, it's the touch of a button and the back opens up. You have your all-weather floor mats, first aid kit. Beautiful car. Let me get that out of the way. Again, it's a beautiful car. Let's check out the interior. Oh, really quick, before we get into the inside, I love this function. Check that out. You can softly close the door and it'll shut them for you. It's called soft closing door. It's hard to see with my shaky camera, but it's really cool. So on the inside, I had the car turned on purpose because it's kind of hot in South Texas. In the inside, you can see the dash layout. Here you go. You have your fuel, your speedometer, your date. Basically, this is your information cluster. You can change it to whatever you'd like, your consumption, your average miles per gallon, your average speed, your digital speedometer, your long-term memory. You can also change the little tabs here, and you can see it changes to the compass, your phone, which is not paired, your AM/FM, CD, media player / everything player. That's also right in the center cluster. Your fuel range, and again, your miles per hour, miles per gallon, all that cool stuff. Really cool technology that this car has. And I'm not sure if you can see it well, but because of course this is a camera, and if it's your live in person, this can definitely you appreciate it a little bit more. But right there you have a little white 0. It's floating in the middle of nowhere, right? So that 0 is the heads-up display that Audi gives you, and it's really cool because it gives you the speedometer, it gives you basic nav functions, really cool stuff. I personally like that function because you don't take your eyes off the road, even if you have to look down a little bit just to see the speed. Sometimes you might lose concentration or might lose the split second decision that you might need to crash into something, or someone might cut you off or anything. So it's a really nice little safety feature. Um, Other cool stuff is, for example, that right there. I love, you can't see it that well. That right there is the lane departure technology. There's also a little icon that appears up here when you turn on the function. You see that little yellow, looks like a little road. So that function, what it does is it allows the car to sense the road. So typically when you have your car on drive, you have it on cruise control. You're expected to drive at a set speed, but sometimes you might again get distracted and you might lose focus of the road. And because the sensors are reading the road, this car becomes semi-autonomous. So the car actually it turns the wheel for you. So if you're getting out of the lane, and I've done a video on this before, and I guess anybody asking for it, I can send them the link to it. Um, the car kind of turns the wheel slightly to keep the car inside the lane, and if it's taking a corner and you're not really paying attention, the car automatically senses the road taking the corner, and it'll apply whatever force it needs to turn the wheel so that it can turn the car accordingly with the tires, or with the road. Um, Other cool functions are adaptive cruise control. That function is really nice because it's also keeping track of the road in front of you and allowing the car to have a safe distance between the car in front. So a good example, again, and I did a video on this, a good example is you have your cruise control set at 70 miles an hour and you're driving on the highway and you can see that there's a ton of traffic on the highway. And let's say somebody is driving too slow to be on the highway and the car senses it, it'll apply the brakes for you. So again, it becomes semi-autonomous. You kind of do have to pay attention to what's going on the road because it's not going to do everything for you. And it's going to remind you after a few seconds, if you don't have your hands on the steering wheel, hey, make sure you take control of the car. Also, it'll give you little warnings to indicate that there's cars in front. And you can set the distance between the cars in front with this little tab right there, plus and minus. And to turn on and turn off the function is pretty simple too. You move it forward and then you push set to have the set speed limit. Really, really cool stuff. So other cool things that this car has, besides the fact that it's an S7 with crazy power, it has the dynamic ride handling where you can customize the way the car feels. Comfort mode, it's nice and cushy. It'll be driving nice and normal. It's not your, again, this car is a sports car. It's not your slow setting. This car's fast regardless of what setting you have it on. But this setting, you'd have a softer steering wheel. The shift points on the transmission are a little more delayed. And then the seat tensioner, or the where are you? Can't get into focus. The seatbelt tensioner is a little tighter when it's in dynamic. When it's in comfort, it's a little loose. So the way you select your functions is by moving this little knob down here, and it'll change accordingly, which is really nice. So comfort is comfort. Auto, it'll make the decision for you. Depending on how you're driving, how aggressive you're driving, the car will automatically change from comfort to dynamic. It'll change the way the steering feels, the shift points, and the seat belt, and all that cool stuff. Dynamic is a sport setting, so this brings the shift points up, and you know what I'm saying. And then the individual is nice because, let's say for example, you want the car to have, I don't know, a nice sporty steering wheel, but you want the air suspension or the steering, or I'm sorry, the seat tensioner, seatbelt tensioner to be kind of loose. Well, you can kind of adjust all those little functions, which is pretty nice. Again, this is the S7, so these functions here are kind of specific to this car. Not all my cars with the dynamic ride handling package have this cool stuff. The trick differential here, man, this is cool. When you apply power to the car and you're on in a curve, the power gets transferred to the outside wheel, rotating the car, making you get in and out of a corner faster, which is really awesome. Um, I personally have on my car a trick differential like that, and it functions like magic. I don't know how it does it. It's like witchcraft. Um, what I'm doing right now also is the car has a air ride suspension, so I'm raising the height of the car, and you can do that when you're like in a parking lot and there's a bunch of speed bumps or whatever. You can raise and lower the height of the car. Um, Once you're at max height, and you drive off, once you hit a certain speed, the car automatically comes down. It does that for aerodynamics. But it's really nice to have because, again, some places down here in South Texas will, you kind of wish you had a higher car, the car was a little taller because of the speed bumps. And then you can also lower the car, comes down pretty much the same way it comes up. So it's really nice, and it's hard to tell because we're inside the car, but it makes a difference. It does make a big difference. Other cool technology is the car has a 4-zone climate control system. You have driver, passenger, and then on your rear, you also have rear vents for your pillars right there. I know it's backwards, but oh well. And your center cluster down there, and the controls are also in the back and the center. And then the driver can control all the AC systems by just doing this, which is I think really cool. Let's say you're driving alone or whatever, and you just want to control all the temperatures. You press the driver knob, leave it pressed for a few seconds, and all of the temperatures get set. And now we're all synced up. Everybody's synced into the same number. Other cool things are like this. For example, the car also has a nice SD card slot, which my camera can't get into focus. Well, the HD card slots or the SD card slots. There we go. What they do is they allow the car to have basically a little external jukebox, so you can put up to as much music as you want on those little SD cards, and um, you push that little media button right there. And right now there's nothing installed, but the SD cards would come up, and you can play basically whatever you want. There's also um, source and import because the car also has a built-in hard drive. You can store music inside the hard drive from CDs or even from your SD card, and by doing that, it kind of keeps you from having to switch out CDs or switch out the little memory cards. The vehicle also has Bluetooth, so you can stream your music via Bluetooth into the car, and it also has really cool technology, the Audi Connect technology, which is nice because it switches your digital nav screen to a Google Maps screen, which is nice. The Google Maps screen, it looks really high tech. It looks just like your cell phone Google Maps would. Um, it gives you the ability to do Google searches. All you have to do is just push that little button right there. The little voice on the car says, "Please say a command," and all you have to do is say "online destination," whatever you want to look for, and then it'll look for it. It'll create the search. It'll find it. It'll give you the options of which one you want to choose, one, two, three, four, whatever. You pick the one you want, and then you can either do um, a start route guidance, or you can view on map. If you select view on map, the car will actually show you a street view image of the place that you're looking for. So it's really cool. Um, what else? Mm, so other cool convenient stuff. Let's see here. Your camera system. That's really cool. So you also have a rear view backup camera. That's pretty typical. Everybody has that. But the car also has the front facing camera, and it also has the side view cameras, the corner view cameras. So that right there is your backup camera. That is your corner view backup camera. And then that is your front camera, and that's your corner view front camera, which is cool. Gives you the nice, 90-degree view of what's around the car, which is cool. And then the top view function, which is nice. It has sensors front and back. It'll tell you whether there's something around you or not, and it'll start beeping, making a bunch of noise. And then if you just get annoyed with it, you can turn it off. So there you go. Also, if the screen gets annoying, you can hide the screen, which is really, really cool. That's a really nice function. Sometimes at night you might get a little distracted with the screen because again, a lot of technology. Sometimes you just want to veer your eyes away from the road. You can kind of hide it and keep it away from view. Now, aside to also having full control of the car on this screen, you also have a bunch of the functions here. Again, this little information cluster changes to a bunch of cool stuff. Gives you everything that you really need, so that you can keep your hands on the 10 and 2. Speaking of 10 and 2, you also have paddle shifters. The paddle shifters are fully functional, which is really nice. Upshift, downshift. The car sounds phenomenal when you're downshifting or even on an upshift. It's got this real nice loud burble, really unique to the car. I wish I could take you for a test drive, but it wouldn't be a smart idea to be driving with the camera on in my hands. I don't have a mount to do this. And this is my cell phone, so I don't have a GoPro or anything like that would make it a little more professional. So that's the basics. I know I went over a lot. 16 minutes so far. Anybody have questions? Anybody need anything? If you are looking for a specific car, let me know. This car is pretty unique. It'll probably be here maybe a week or two. Probably less, actually, because I have already somebody interested in it. And you know who I am, or you know who you are. I'm sending you the video specifically. So, anybody have questions? Yeah, call me. My phone number is 956-402-6875. 956-402-6875. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.
Aquí le pongo a este.
¿Se jaló o no? Me que ahorita apenas está grabando.
Sí, güey.